Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm just gonna do a brief intro, and then we can get right into this. All right. Okay, you ready? Let's do
Ready?
this. All right, 3, 2, 1. Aloha, everybody. Welcome to Hawaii Entrepreneurs, the place where we connect, collaborate, and create. Today, we have a special guest. This is Cielo here. Cielo, can you say hi to everyone?
Aloha, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Yes, yes. So, guys, you guys are gonna be in for a treat. She's gonna share a little bit about what she's doing, how she's doing it, and maybe you guys can get some advice on it and contact her if you do need us some assistance. So let's just get right into it, Cielo. Can you tell the people of Hawaii? Well, first off, I want to say thank you for being a part of the community. We really, really appreciate it, and we are really happy that you're here with us. All right. So, can you tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and basically what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, thank you for having me. Hey, everybody. I'm Cielo, otherwise known as the Island Intuitive. I live on the west side of the island in Eva Beach, and I have a spiritual advising and coaching business, if you will. So I am a spiritual advisor and life coach. I mentor other people through their spiritual journey. I also teach courses as well for those that have sensitivities like myself, and that are kind of looking to broaden or develop their gifts. That's one of the things that I help do as well. I'm also an intuitive healer. And so I do intuitive readings. I work with the chakras, the energy centers, and I do healing work, teaching, mentoring, anything related to spirituality, basically. Anything that anybody needs, any questions that they may have through their spiritual journey and life journey.
We love that. We love that because I think as entrepreneurs and everyone else out there, we get so bogged down with life and business. Like, I think spirituality is something that really needs to be awakened sometimes because we feel like we're so bogged down in our business. And I think we should talk later because sometimes I feel like that.
Absolutely.
I do feel like that too. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, so I do want to ask, great business, great model there. So, why did you start this business? Like, what made you be like, this is my path? I think I can help people with this. Why did you start your business, Cielo?
Yeah, it's a really interesting journey because I didn't set out intentionally per se, right? It kind of happened. It was part of my plan, put it that way, right? So I've always worked in the industry of helping others. That's always where I gravitated towards, right? And so in doing that, I just naturally, like even outside of my job, people would naturally gravitate towards me for advice or for support. And I think just being an empath, right? For those of you who aren't familiar with what an empath is, it's basically just like having empathy, but like on steroids, where you can basically feel the emotions of others, feel the energy around you and of others. So it gives you the ability to really attune to people, and they really feel like you get them because you really do. It's as if you're walking in their shoes, right? So with that said, just kind of some opportunities presented itself, Lee, like opportunities to teach at the spiritual school. And out of that came, another door open to be invited into like a spiritual expo, and then another door open. And what I always tell people is that when a door opens, step through. I'm getting what I call God bumps as I say that right now. So somebody needs to hear this. Somebody who's going to be listening to this needs to hear this. When a door opens, step through. Even when you don't have all the answers, the who, what, why, whatever, which is the fears that come up in us, step through and trust the process, right? If that door wasn't meant for you, it's going to close, and let it close. But when you step through in faith, then that door will open up a window and another door. And, next thing you know, this whole path has opened up for you because you took that faithful step, right? So that's basically how things happen for me, honestly. It wasn't this planned thing in my mind. I knew I always wanted to help people, and that's what I always did. I just didn't know where God was going to take me with it. So here I am today, 3 years into my business, and it kind of like, it told me what was going to happen. And I just went along for the ride.
You know, I mean, you just saying all that just brings like so much with what we were doing, because like with Hoya Entrepreneurs, you know, we didn't know everything, right? We just kind of went for it. And the way we started was social media, and it opened to websites, SEOs, and all of this other stuff. But beside the point, I think you said something that was very important right there for everyone to hear, which was just do it, right? That regret, right? Like, don't regret it, right? Everyone
Yeah.
regrets the thing that they didn't do, right?
Right.
And
Absolutely.
that trust the process, he said, oh man, that's just, whew, that's good vibes right here. It gets me so excited
Yeah.
because I'm very passionate about that. I think everyone needs to do it because, I read a book and it talked about, 100 people on their deathbed, and the one thing that they said they all, missed about life was the regrets, the things they didn't do, right? So you just mentioned it all, Cielo. I mean, we could probably have a whole convo about this, but I get really excited because, like, man, it just connects with me so much. It
Yeah.
really, really does. So that's awesome, sister. That's good vibes right
Yay.
there.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
it's
I feel
about.
like, I feel it's weird because like when I get these, what I call God bumps,
Mhm.
it's because there's somebody with, either forthcoming or, whatever that needs to hear that word, right? It's
Yes.
a word that needs to hit their soul, needs to hit their heart. And a lot of times fear will hold us back. Our
Yep.
humanly self, right? Our mind, our limited thinking, our fears are always going to hold us back. So it's about pushing through, recognizing that and pushing through it. Just keep pushing through
Love it. Love that so much. That's so awesome.
it.
Look, you got the vision, you got the vibes, you got me having these God bumps. I got chicken skin all over myself too, as well. It's awesome. But you said you're in business for 3 years. Shelo, is that correct?
Yeah.
What? So 3 years, just figuring out, trying to do what it takes. So obviously, you got the thick skin. You're gonna do what it takes. You've been in it for 3 years, right? What is the vision, right? Island Intuitive, right? Yeah.
Yes.
What's the vision for Island Intuitive? Where do you see your company going in the next maybe 2 to 3 years after this?
Yeah. So I'm actually in the middle of, I'm writing a book right now.
I,
Right. And I'm going to take the opportunity to show you my little,
yes, intuition. What's it called?
intuition
What's it called?
unlock, intuition
Yes.
unlock. Yeah. And that's actually going to be released in this month, actually. Probably mailed out by next month. And that book, again, door opened, I walked through. Didn't plan on writing a book right then and there, but it presented itself and I wrote a book in 5 weeks. So,
Wow. 5 weeks?
I
Dang. Superstar right
attended a
here.
48-hour retreat. And
Oh,
I attended a 48-hour retreat. Yeah. And that became like the framework for my book. And I set a goal. And every week I set a goal of I'm going to write how many over 1,000 words. And I stuck to it. Right. And so that door opened, I stepped through. And honestly, like there have been things in my mind. And when things are in your mind and in your heart that you want to do, again, if you just trust the process, you're going to be led to those things, right? You may not see it as that. You may not be like, God's not going to be like, hey, here's a flag for you to say, come over here, right? You just kind of have to trust and go through it. So when that opportunity opened itself for that book, which in my mind, I was already trying to figure out a way to really reach people that are going through their spiritual journey, that have to go through this awakening, right? To completely change their lives. And this book kind of was the impetus of like, Cielo, this is going to be the framework for your course, this huge course that I'm going to build around this book, right? So it's basically going to help people go through a full awakening, spiritual awakening, right? Understanding all our limitations, why they're there, where they came from, how to push through it, and then how to develop your intuition so that you can trust these things that come into your life and have that knowing, that feeling of what to do when things happen, what not to do. And so it's going to expand into this full course offering where I'm going to take people through this full journey, right? So that's kind of the next step of moving forward. Yeah. And along with that, of course, comes a whole bunch of other things. But what I'm seeing, in the future besides this is really helping even maybe other entrepreneurs that are in this industry, in the spiritual realm, healing industry,
sure.
just kind of teaching them everything I have learned and all the mistakes that I have made to help
There you
them
go.
grow as well, right? Because it's, life coaching, the spiritual industry. I feel like there are things that I don't feel like there's been a pathway that somebody has kind of, paved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys are paving a way, right? You guys are paving a way. And I want to do that too. I want to pave a way for my fellow spiritual entrepreneurs, gifted people that want to share their gifts with the world and help them based on kind of my journey and hoping to help them eliminate some of the things that maybe set me back, right?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of the vision that I see within the next 3 years.
That is awesome, guys. And look, this is why Hoya Entrepreneurs was born too, guys, to share these kinds of messages and connect with local people like me, like Cielo here in Eva Beach. Like, guys, we're just normal people and we get to connect. So guys, please, 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 if you guys would like to talk story and do one of these interviews, I would love to have you guys. We want to be the place where entrepreneurs can come, and like I said in the beginning, connect, create, and collaborate, guys. That's what we want to do. That's why we're here. So guys, please go to our website, hoyaentrepreneurs.com. But again, it's not really about me. This is about Cielo, guys. This is what she's doing. So Cielo, can you please share with everybody how they can connect with you, where they can go, maybe see your book, right? And if you're doing anything special, or if you'd like to do anything special for the community, so they can come see you and check out some of your services with the spirituality, with the book. I really want to see that book there, Cielo. I might be your first customer right here, sister. So one thing that I know I got to do is I got to read more. I read a lot, but I kind of shied away from it. So I do want to read more. That's just for me though. But yeah, can you share with the community here, where they can go to find you, and if you're offering anything special that we can take advantage of?
Absolutely. So you can find me on islandintuitive.com. That's my website. I'm also doing a pre-sale right now of the book before it actually launches. So you're going to save some money on not just the cost of the book, but free shipping and packaging and all that stuff. So that is available. I have an upcoming course that's coming out. The next cohort is going to be in June for those that are sensitive souls, Foundations of Being a Sensitive Soul. But in terms of all the other things that I offer on my website, intuitive readings, chakra readings, healing work, or any of that, if you all want any of my services, I want to offer 20% discount to anybody. Ooh. Yes, 20% discount to anybody that wants any of those services. Just contact me through the website or info@islandintuitive.com. Let me know that you're part of this community, or you heard me on HE's broadcast, and I'd be happy to offer that to you and to work with you.
Awesome. That's awesome. Guys, you guys heard it from her first. So not only does she have experience, with coaching, spirituality, but she's writing a book, guys. And I know writing a book is tough. I've had a few friends that try to write a book. I've heard of writer's block. Did you run into writer's block when you were
You know what? Yeah, you know what? And when I did, so the people that were teaching me this course, they're a couple from Australia. They kind of had a mantra, right? And it was so simple. This is simple. This is easy. This is fun. This is simple. This is easy. This is fun.
Ooh, I gotta write that. I'm gonna write that.
Yeah, it's such an effective little mantra, because we as humans tend to complicate everything. Mm-hmm. Right? We tend to complicate, we tend to overthink, we tend to procrastinate because we want it perfected, kind of like a Rubik's Cube, has to be like this, right? And what I learned, honestly, this was a spiritual journey for me too, is that I need to let go of my need to have things perfectly in my mind and just trust and just go. Massive imperfect action, right? And so literally when I would feel like overwhelmed, I would tell myself, this is simple, this is easy, this is fun, Cielo. Like, you're overcomplicating things. Take a step back, take 5-minute break, get some water, get back in here, you got this. And let me tell you, as shocked as I am, Khalid, and I think that was another thing too, was that I had this mindset going in, right? I prepared my mindset of, this is not hard. You hear the stories of people taking decades to release a book and sometimes never do it, right? That is, there's a percentage, I think it's a small percentage that actually write a book from start to finish, or even read a book from start to finish. right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about mindset, right? Which I know you guys preach a lot about.
Yeah.
Mindset. I you know, and it's inspiring to me as well. The mindset stuff that you guys put out is it's really that. It's really just realizing where we tend to make ourselves stuck. It is our creation of what we're doing, and realizing that we have the ability to shift that. It is really that easy, right? It truly is. So it's a mindset thing. Get your mindset in the right place and do it. Massive imperfect action, simple, easy, and fun.
That's it. I love that. Trust the process too.
Trust the process.
You said that. Trust the process too. Look, guys, you guys know where to find her. Look at her. She's a firecracker, guys. You guys gotta say what's up and check her out. And I want to thank you guys all for coming through. Cielo, is there anything else you want to say before we wrap this up real quick?
No, just, hey, thank you guys. You know, seriously, thank you guys, you and Darren, for all you do for the community. I watch you guys very closely. I'm part of the community, right? I am inspired by you guys. I appreciate everything you guys do to grow, to help us grow, and to help, you know, Hawaii, the people of Hawaii. And, you know, like, I was the first one out of Hawaii to join this program, to author this book, right? So that just goes to show you, you know, we can do, here in Hawaii, we can do amazing things, right? We can do amazing things. So thank you for you guys spearheading, right, and leading that movement. You and Darren both have been a huge help and a huge kind of motivator for me as well. So thank you for what you guys do. And thank you all for listening. And thank you guys for having me.
Right on, Cielo, right on. Thank you for all those kind words. Again, none of this, guys, could happen without people like you, Cielo. So again, as much thanks as it is for me, it's more for you guys and everyone else. And like I said, guys, if you guys want to get interviewed and would like to come on the platform, please come on through, contact us. We'll be happy. But nonetheless, please contact Cielo, see what she's doing. She's doing amazing things. If not, just connect with her, man. She got good vibes. And I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for coming to Hawaii Entrepreneurs. Cielo, thank you for your time. All right. Everybody else, have a good rest of your guys' day. Mahalo.